Hello and welcome to my video on school shootings. School shootings are the most important problem facing humans in the 21st century and can be minimized by allowing staff members to conceal carry weapons. Throughout history, there has been many school shootings, a lot in the last 15 years. From Sandy Hook elementary school shooting, there was 26 people killed and 2 injured. Shooters decided to go into an elementary school and kill innocent elementary kids. And then there was also the Virginia Tech shooting, which occurred in the early 2000s. And there was 32 people killed and 17 injured. One of the professors that was teaching at the university at the time, he was actually a Holocaust survivor, and he was able to barricade the door and get all his students out in time before the shooter came and took his life. How tragic it is to survive one of the most gruesome events in history, the Holocaust, only to be killed in a college campus. This is an issue that needs to be addressed because it just keeps happening. In a sense, we're becoming desensitized to these school shootings because it's always on the news. You hear about it everywhere, not even necessarily school shootings, but also about 2 years ago, there was a shooting on a military recruiting building for the military. And one of the people that died in that was actually one of my friends that I served with in the Navy. So it's starting to become very personal for me, hearing about the shootings all the time, because you never know if it's going to be one of your friends or, a friend of a friend or someone you know. So a possible solution to minimizing school shootings is to allow staff members to conceal carry. So there would be classes for them to attend, just like there are for the public. Like, for example, in Bellevue, Nebraska, you can sign up for a class that's taught by police officers to learn where you can carry a concealed weapon, how to deal with it, and also, of course, the conditions that must be met in order to pull out your weapon. Like, you can't just pull it out whenever you feel like you want to. There are requirements for using deadly force. And so if we allowed teachers to concealed carry, we could teach them the gun mechanics, how to load around in the chamber, how to clear a weapon, how to make sure it's clear and safe, how to load your magazine, all the ins and outs of a gun. And we could also teach them they could also be taught the tactics to de-escalate a situation. So your first instinct should not be to pull out your weapon. It should be to try to talk to them, calm them down. Any possible solution before a gun should be a last resort, basically, because once you pull that out, there's no going back. And so also they'd be taught the conditions to fire. Like I talked about, there are conditions that must be met in order to use deadly force. And also in the class, I don't know if they teach this in the classes they currently offer, but if we were to offer these classes for staff members, we could also teach them the signs to look for in individuals that might be more likely to commit crimes or bring a weapon into the school. So, kids that are bullied, kids that are very quiet, they don't seem quite right, or they say off-the-wall things. These would be things definitely to watch for. And some opposing viewpoints of allowing staff members to carry weapons might be, what if the staff member is the one that turns on the kids? Or what if a kid gets a hold of their weapon? Or situations like that. So the way I would defend those two counter those two arguments would be, okay, yes, it is possible a staff member could turn on the school, but even if they weren't carrying concealed weapons, that could happen anyways. A staff member, a teacher, a janitor, anyone could bring in a gun to a school. So regardless, that's always a possibility. And then B, about a kid getting hold of the gun. Kids are already getting a hold of guns, so that's not going to be an issue. The kids wouldn't be notified which staff members are carrying. When you do carry a concealed weapon, you would carry it so it's concealed. People aren't going to be able to tell where it's at. So school shootings are definitely the most important issue facing humans in the 21st century, and they can be minimized by allowing staff members to conceal and carry their weapons. This is a crisis we need to put a stop to immediately to protect our youth and the future. Thank you.